Boxing King Media. Delighted to be joined by Khal Yafai. I don't even want to say looking your age. You know, you're not. You know, the beard's brisk in white. It wasn't white 6 months ago. What's happened in the last 6 months, Khal?
Kids, retirement. Yeah, no boxing, no exercising, so I'm just chilling.
Is it a sign of that you're enjoying retirement? That when you just let your beard grow white?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to. Yeah, I ain't gonna pull them ones. You know what I mean? I'm retired. What am I gonna try and look fly for?
I see you posting about your little one all the time, and you're happy, married, little one, enjoying family life.
So that's what it's about. Worked all my life to do this now, so yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about not having to think about training, boxing, and just like being a dad? What's the best part of it?
The best part is waking up every morning and being able to see my kids, and putting my kids to bed every night, and being able to do what I want when I want. Oh, to be fair, my wife always says to me, there's my saying, which is I do what I want when I want with whoever the F I want. So she always throws that in my face, but that's what I've always wanted to do.
That's married life for you, isn't it? But we're here. Your brother's got a big fight. You know, I was looking at his record, 9 fights in, and he's kind of just been thrown in. I know when he turned professional, we were talking about. Cause look, you know what I love about boxing gyms? Kids always have to shake everyone's hand when they come in and going.
That's a big thing about gym as well. It's been like since Franco Sullivan introduced it years ago. Everybody shakes everyone's hand when you walk in, when you walk out, and we continue that tradition.
I love that. It's a good mark of respect. So saying your brother, 9 fights in. I remember when he signed with Eddie, they was talking about we're going to move him quick. This is like proper moving quick. The guy that he's fighting now in his 10th fight, Francisco Rodriguez, serious puncher, only lost at a really good level. It's a mad fight to take on paper if you look at the records, both guys. I know your brother's the one Olympic gold, but in the pro ranks, when you look at it, that's some serious nuts to take a fight like that in your 10th fight.
It's GALAL. It's the thing is when you beat the kids that he's been fighting, and then you beat Sonny in the way you did, then it's like where else do you go? You can't just go back. You gotta keep moving. Final eliminator for the world title. So yeah, gotta deal with this guy.
What do you think happens? Because these Mexicans don't mess about. They love tearing up, and your brother loves to tear up as well. But is he going to have to use his boxing skills, or do you think he just does what he wants?
I think he'll do what he normally does. But that's the thing. People that don't know boxing don't know exactly what they're looking at. A lot of people say he just walks forward and he just, try and overwhelm them. But there's just the way he does things. You watch his feet. His feet just kill people. Without throwing punches, so he'll have to be obviously on the ball, and I'm sure he will be, and I think you'll see an impressive win.
Do you think he got the credit he should have got for not the fact that he beat Sonny Edwards, but in the manner that he beat him? Because I think it's fair to say no one on the planet expected him to win the way he won. Do you think he got the credit for that?
Nah, no way. But I'm not bothered about that. So yeah, the thing is, because obviously Sonny called the retirement thing, then it takes the shine off. But if he never, then people would be they'll be screaming and going, bloody hell, what a win. But GALAL just did what he had to do. He got the win. He stopped him, and he just moves on. And that's the kind of person he is. Just moves on.
I know you was quite confident in the pre-fight that fight would go that sort of way. What made you so confident?
Just the history, I think. Sparring sessions, and just every time I spoke to GALAL, every time I spoke to Robert McCracken, and then when I watched the fight, obviously, it played out exactly what they thought how it'd play out, and it just it was just a great win and over a great fighter.
How good is Francisco Rodriguez compared to the fighters that he's fought so far?
Yeah, he's the best fighter he's fought, no doubt about it. And he's a complete different fighter to someone like Sonny, because he's aggressive and he's a puncher, and he's been around a long time. But I just think GALAL will be too sharp, just too good all over, and I think he's in his absolute prime. So yeah, I expect him to do a good job.
Do you think we've seen the best of GALAL yet?
It's getting there. it's getting there. I think over the next couple of fights, you'll see the best of him, especially as the opponents get better and better and better.
I tell you what I want to ask you, away from the boring boxing questions, is you know, you come from a Yemeni background.
Yeah.
I know you guys are proud of your roots. I know your granddad came here in the 40s. What I want to ask you is that you three brothers, who's more in touch with the Yemeni side out of all three of you?
Probably me.
Yeah. How's that? Is that with the food, culture, what?
Yeah, I think it's everything. Yeah, because I'm a bit older and yeah, obviously just from a young age going to all Yemeni weddings, everything, speaking the language, everything like that. So, but the food is a mad thing. And the thing is, my sister was actually around my house not long ago, and she taught my wife, and now she's done that. It's game over. So I've lost a bit of weight actually, but I think I might put it back on.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I urge anyone, because only in the last year and a bit we've seen loads of Yemeni restaurants pop up everywhere. They never used to be. Obviously, when you was in Sheffield, there weren't many. And now
they're everywhere here.
Yeah. Well,
They're everywhere here. You're in Sparkbrook. This is like you walk half a mile down there. It's just it's Somalia and Yemen. That's all it is.
well, you know, when you was at the EIS all them years ago, like if you go back now, Spittal Hill, if you remember it, there's probably about 10 Yemeni restaurants. You can just take your pick.
See, the thing is, I missed out. That's a bad thing. But the good thing is, I would never have made weight. So, yeah, it's one of them bittersweet things. But now, I can do what I want, so it's all right.
Tell us about GALAL. Is he into his like the Yemeni food, or is he more like British type food?
No. Pure Yemeni food.
Yeah.
As long as you can have coffee with it, that's all right. We're just coffee lovers. Yemeni food and coffee lovers.
Yemeni food and coffee lovers. That's an interesting combo. That coffee with milk or no?
Coffee with milk, yeah. But if you're having Yemeni tea, then you have it with no milk. Oh, you can have it with milk actually. Yeah, you have it with milk. I love it with coronation milk.
We see a lot of people talk about I love going out for a curry, and I don't think it's been pushed out enough. I urge anyone watching this, if you've not come across Yemeni food, go and do it. So I want Khal, for a first time person going into a Yemeni restaurant, give them the perfect order.
Ooh. You start with the soup, the proper mara. You gotta have that. There's just too much. Just try a bit of acid, some sanuna, some feta and some feta hand. But make sure with your sanuna rose, you got some duckles, because that is just gonna, game changer.
I think that translates to lamb and rice. Yeah.
Yeah. But one of my Yemeni brothers is there from Holland. We're from the same village. He come down the gym on Sunday actually, and he brought me back some halawa from Oman. So yeah, very much into my Middle Eastern.
And the other one as well, Yemeni honey. The Cider honey. Tell the people how powerful that stuff is, because we keep hearing about Manuka. Not many people know about Cider.
Cider honey, I've got loads at home. Trust me. Normally get it from Global Village in Dubai. They got the Yemeni part of Global Village.
That stuff is powerful, man. And forget Manuka. Once you tried Cider, game changer, innit?
The health benefits, but the taste. I had some last week.
Yeah. Well, last one for you. Have you? This is turning to a full-on Yemeni travel thing. But have you been to Yemen recent times?
No.
Wow.
No, I'm devastated, and especially with stuff that goes on there, so it's a bit difficult.
I was looking at the city that your granddad came from, Makbana. It looks amazing when you put Google images in. All you can see is greenery.
Yeah. And that's where, especially where the greenery is and stuff. You know, Yemeni coffee is like next level. You ever tried Yemeni coffee?
I have. There's a place in Sheffield called AlNasims. Shout out AlNasims. Amazing food, man. And that's where I go for all my Yemeni stuff. They do the coffee as well.
Do your research on Yemeni coffee.
Yeah.
Trust me. So Yemeni coffee was, I think it was found in Yemen, and then it was, obviously they started doing stuff with the beans in Ethiopia, and but Yemeni coffee, you can't beat it. Trust me. People mention Colombia and places like that. No.
Well,
have a research tonight.
Yeah. Well, it was the Arabs that invented coffee, wasn't it? So
that's where mocha comes from.
Yeah.
It comes from Mocha in Yemen.
That is true. Yeah. So that was quite an interesting education on Yemen, and like I said, I definitely urge anyone to go and try that stuff out. Before I let you go, just give us a prediction. What happens at Saturday night? What does your brother do? How does he win?
I think it's an exciting fight, and I think he breaks him down. And yeah, I don't want to put no pressure on him, but personally, I think the stoppage comes, and it'll come around 9-10, round there, late in the fight.
Big statement that, because I don't. Has he been stopped? I think maybe once.
Yeah, by my best mate, Chocolatita.
Is he still fighting, or is he done?
I think he's still fighting. Message every now and then. I don't speak Spanish, but we use translator. And then, but my wife speaks fluent Spanish, so I always get her to do all that stuff.
Well, Khal, always a pleasure speaking to you, and it's good to see that you're happy and enjoying life, because that's the most important thing. Thank you very much for your time, brother. Thank you.
Come on.